Hi, welcome to our reading for the end of December 2016. Remember, it's a general reading. See what feels right for you. See which signs, symbols, bells, whistles, messages, energies resonate for you and bring you clarity to what you're wondering, concerned, confused, inquiring, dreaming, praying about. We're all children of God. We're all psychic. We're not all going through the same thing at the same time, at the same pace. So see what feels right for you. It could be one sign, and that brings you clarity. It could be the whole reading. It could make sense later. In the end, always use your logic and intuition together to make sound decisions based in love for the highest and greatest good of everybody. So we're all uplifted in love. See how it feels for you. How you ride these energetic waves that come through here is always up to you. Is it your wave? Is it not your wave? Are you waiting for another wave? Preparing for that wave? Crashing into the wave? Riding the wave or ignoring the wave? Also, feel free to make this an interactive video if you want to pull some cards for yourself. And if you have some time, definitely try to check out the playlist, the music below. See if there's some personal messages for you in the lyrics, the music, the videos. Just enjoy the tunes. Thank you for being here. I love you guys, and I'll see you in a moment for the reading. Sir, welcome to our reading for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the last third of December 2016. So around December 22nd to the 31st. Let's see what God's source, Holy Spirit, our higher self, angels and energies of love have for the highest, greatest good of all. Let's get clarity for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Understanding the energy that's coming on through at the very end of 2016. And wisdom to ride these energies best for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Let's start with one card. I feel drawn to show you this. I didn't really expect to do a show and tell, but I want to show you this little like selenite wand. I actually got this at like one of those home stores, a home store, like where they have random home things. And this was like something, it came with like a set of 5, and it was wrapped with like a ribbon and a few shells, like seashells dangling off. And it was, I guess you're meant to put it on the shelf, and it's meant to look pretty, but that's a lot of beautiful, powerful energy at a strange store, and it was pretty cheap. So I don't know, maybe there's a message for Cancer to go look at your local home store or something where there's random stuff and see if you can find something random perhaps you were looking for, and you go at the right time. Maybe it's after the holidays and there is something there that you never expected. It might not be this. It might be something like really personal for you. Like, I don't know. I mean, I'm looking at this new painting of my sister's, but I'm thinking of a rooster or like a peacock, or maybe there's just that thing there for you. But I feel like it's more, if it's something like that, it's because it's a totem. Or something really meaningful for you or someone you know. But I feel like it's more likely something that involves energy or something of nature. This is an organite I made. Maybe that's interesting for you guys. All right, so let's get to your reading. I'm getting stalled. I've already had a bunch of Mercury retrograde things happen to me. That's why I have a couple snow days in between getting these readings up. So let's start with one for Cancer, and that's the 10 of Action. So Cancer, this is feeling like you have the weight of the world on your shoulders, but it's almost done. You put a lot of energy into something, you know, carrying a heavy load somewhere, you know, and it's sort of like when you, it can't get much heavier than where you are. So at this point, you're ready, willing, and able, or there's actually somebody around you, Cancer, who's like right there, ready, willing, and able to help you, and you're not reaching out, you're not asking for help, or seeing how the offer could be helpful to you. So you have to open your arms, accept some help. Maybe you need to teach something to somebody else to lighten your load. give some responsibility away. I feel like there's somebody craving responsibility, maybe a child, maybe somebody who, I'm getting pet, maybe somebody who wants a pet, but they have to know the responsibility that comes along with having an animal, having a pet. They're all different. They all require different things. They all live different lifespans. I mean, a pet like Vincenzo lives 40 plus years, like a horse, even longer, you know, and then you have a dog, it's 7 years, 11 years, 16 years, maybe longer. Sometimes a cat can go to 20. So maybe there's something with your pets, or you have to understand all that is required for the responsibility, you or your child or someone you know, or maybe there's something you know to help someone else. Like you can help lighten someone else's load. If you see, you know, someone around you who's getting up, packing the lunches for the kids or feeding the dogs, we have like horses, whatever. Maybe there's horses. That's a lot of responsibility and you can't mess up. You got to do it. You got to do it. So sometimes your other responsibilities maybe don't get done. And then when you get to your daily chores or picking up your kids or going to work, you're just already feeling all stressed out. So maybe there's someone you know who can help you out. Maybe there's a kid, or if you have horse, this isn't everybody. I know a lot of you live in a city and you don't have a horse, but I'm getting a horse for some reason. So maybe some of you have a horse, but there's responsibility. Maybe there's a kid. I just thought of my sister's best friend when she was little. She loved horses so much that she like walked to the local like barn that held, you know, horses and volunteered to help. Like, I'll clean the stalls. Just want to be around the horses. And she was a good worker. She ended up working there. I think she saved some money. I think she bought her own horse or somehow got her own horse that was there for a while. So maybe there's someone around you who's eager to learn what you feel is a heavy weight. And all you need to do is reach out or put the word out. Talk to your friend. Maybe your friend has a friend who has a kid who might be interested in something. Maybe that horse example is just an example. You know, whatever that works for you. It could be somewhere in your job, you know, and somebody's eager to learn something so they can learn more. They're feeling bored in their cubicle or what they want to reach out. And maybe maybe you're the boss. You know, you can like start to train somebody to do something extra so you don't have to do it all the time. You know, your secretary is amazing. Maybe give him or her, you know, something different, or like I'm getting their own division or something like that. If they're really bright and talented, maybe they didn't expect to be good. Maybe they came as like an intern, or they came as like what do they call that when you're just like a substitute? I'm not getting the word, but where you came, like you hire somebody when somebody's on vacation and they're not there for long, but maybe they're amazing and they didn't expect to be in that corporation, or maybe it's like a small business. Maybe they come from a corporate environment and they find out they want a home business and you're there to help them, or you need some help in your home business and somebody has big corporate experience. There's something that's coming along that is helpful. You just need to pay attention to it and not be so stressed out by everything going on with you, and know that a help is coming in. So reach out, or if you see someone else and that's not you, and there's someone who just feels so stressed and there's somewhere you're feeling like, oh, I could help you, or I could show you that, or I could, you know, do this for you. And maybe that's a big load off of their plate. You know, it helps out a lot. Maybe there's going to be something that's coming back later that you don't even see now that'll help you when you need it. If this isn't you right now, maybe you're fine right now. Things are blowing through, fancy free and, you know, easy and breezy. But maybe there's someone around who doesn't feel that way. And maybe just your little favor or reaching out a hand or helpful thing, maybe there's some time where you're going to feel like the weight of the world just suddenly came upon them, and there's that person, or there's that other chance just coming through, you know, just the universe just sort of helping you out. But there's something that wants to help you out. You just need to know that you don't have to do it all yourself, you know. 10 of actions, like the 10 of wands. Look at this house. It's so messy. And there's just this little kid like up on a little stool that looks like the stool I record all these videos on. It's like a stool I got, I don't know, I think it was from like a secondhand store or like a flea market or something and I painted it. Ironically, I don't want to change my whole setup, but this stool that I put my phone on here, I've known it to be around for years. It could have been my mom that got it at a flea market or something. But it says like in engraving Violetta on it. And I now use it for this channel. That's pretty awesome. I think that's synchronistic. I never paid attention to the Violetta thing until I started using it as my like phone stand. So anyway, I'll get back to the point with this. I feel like it's like your house that's messy, or it's your mind that's messy. There's something that just needs to be cleared away, and it feels like a lot at once, but once you start to organize the piles, it gets easier. You know, like when you start to clear your closet or your old cupboards or your, you know, the places you don't always go into all the time, but it starts to pile up. I'm seeing like, you know, underneath the sink, or you put your shopping bags or something, like clear the space so you feel free. So when you're going somewhere and you're looking for your Ziploc bags, it's not a 5 extra minute thing. They're organized and they're right where you put them. And then when you notice that it's empty, you know to write it down in your list and go get some more, rather than, where are they? I thought I had them. I put them here and then they fell in your laundry. You know, so it's taking one thing at a time so it doesn't feel like an overload, and starting with one cupboard. And then you feel better, and maybe you'll get on a roll, and 1 will be 2, will be 3, will be 4. So you're working too hard. The angels are asking you to find a healthy balance between your career and your personal life. Be willing to ask for help from others in order to lighten your load so that you can take better care of yourself. Straining to make others happy can be harmful to your health. That's a cute little ending. All right, let's continue, Cancer. I'm going to get another card from the Tarot of Dreams by Sierra Mochetti. Oh, there's one on the top I'm going to show you. That's the Knight of Wands. That's taking action. Or maybe that's too much action and you need to relax a little bit before you start something. I'm going to put that back in. That's also a fire sign. That could be somebody around you. Maybe getting like, I see somebody like messy, but I hear thinks like a tornado. So maybe they think a lot, or they rush into something without thinking, or they start a project and don't finish. That could be a Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo energy that, you know, maybe a younger energy, somebody who maybe doesn't have I'm getting a short attention span, like one thing, either one project to the next, to the next, to the next adventure. And maybe they leave something behind and you're always the one cleaning up the mess. And maybe that's where you need to give the responsibility away. Be like, no, 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 we're not going to the store and getting that thing done. We're not going to do this until this is finished. If I need to step in and help, that's good. I'll show you how to do it. But next time you have to finish. You know, so maybe it's just sort of laying down the law a little bit, Cancer, if that's someone you know. It could be a husband, a wife. You know, it's not always a bad thing. Just maybe it's just one little thing that kind of irks you or leaves something a mess, and it's not a big thing to fix, but it's asking. Maybe it's like, look, honey, I'm always coming home and I don't mind cooking, but I really don't like the dishes. And that would really just help me out a lot if you just would do the dishes, and I'll do all the cooking, the shopping, da 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 da, you know, whatever way that goes. And that little bit of help goes a long way. That little bit of like speaking up goes a long way. So, and responsibility. A little responsibility goes a long way. That's what I'm getting. Let's get another card for Cancer. And this is a Page of Coins. So this is a younger energy that is a helpful energy. It's also an earthy energy. So maybe there's an earthy, fiery, definitely younger energy. But I think that this is like your help. Because a page could be news. It's getting to the books, getting a scholarship, studying something. It's also when there's a lot to do, it's starting to do the planning right so it doesn't feel so overwhelming when you do it. So maybe you just need to like make a list, you know, so you're not getting all the extra groceries you never use and you're only getting what you actually need. You know, this is a person that can help you plan, even if they're a kid. They're the kid that likes to cut the coupons for you. You know, they'll make a list. They'll sit there and help. You know, you could like, I'm getting like a kid. This could be your husband or your wife. But if you like give them a job, they might not always know what to do until you tell them what to do. But once you give them the job, they're on it. You know, like, all right, this is your grocery list. You get these things. I'm going to get these things and I'll meet you here. And they're on it. They'll help you, but they just needed a little help, a little coming through, a little bit of responsibility, and then they're going to do it. This little page will get the job done. You know, it could be a kid, or this could be you in a new situation, you know, and it's just, if you're new in a situation, don't feel overwhelmed. Just start small, you know. Help will come through little by little. You'll learn little by little. Or this could be that news about that thing that helps you get things organized. Advice, you know. I'm hearing good timing. Maybe this is somebody with good sense of timing, unlike that other procrastinator or running into something. Or maybe this is a helpful energy. Adult or child. It could be giving advice to a child about how to get yourself organized, even if maybe this child is usually pretty organized, unless they're feeling like their energy is scattered or things are chaotic or whatever, and then they get disorganized and don't know how to go about starting something. But maybe it's just helping them get started, you know? That's what I'm getting with this page. Also, if I didn't say, it could be a Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo energy, or just an earthy grounding energy, so you can get something started the right way and not be so overwhelmed. Like, get yourself organizing and cleared out first before you start the project, so you actually know what you need and you don't have projects on top of one another. All right, let's end this reading for Cancer with the daily guidance from your angels oracle cards. Let's get one more card for Cancer. And that's giving and receiving. That's beautiful. This is beautiful. So the entire universe operates in cycles similar to your inhalations and exhalations. When you only exhale, give, or only inhale, receive, you become out of rhythm with the universe. For optimal health, energy, and replenishment, balance each inhalation of your life with an exhalation. You know, I want to say, like, when you give, you're going to get it back somewhere, even if it's not how you expect. It will come through. Help will come through. It might not be in, you know, maybe you're working extra hours somewhere, and maybe that you don't feel like those extra hours or the paycheck is really where it's coming through. But maybe you're spending valuable time with somebody in those extra hours where you come up with a solution where you can start a home business, or you know, that person comes through another time and brings you lunch or orders a pizza. It comes through a different way. It doesn't always come how you expect, but it will come through. So you have to say yes. You know, if you were always the one bringing coffee in the morning to somebody, and then somebody comes through with a big bouquet of flowers for you, don't say, no, I don't want to think like I owe you anything. That makes me feel weird. That was really expensive, or I couldn't take that raise. Maybe they really appreciate your help, and maybe that's a step up for you and a, you know, somewhere you're supposed to be. So if it feels right, it feels, you want to allow someone else to feel good to give to you too. You know, that's a blessing too. That's blessing someone too. And if you always feel like, you know, people are always like giving stuff to you, or you're always getting something and you want to help somewhere, maybe you're around people who don't want to take, but maybe you can extend that help that you want to give. Maybe, you know, you're around someone who's like, no, they refuse to take a gift. They refuse to do it. But, you know, you really want to help somewhere. Go where your help is received, where you can put that energy and feel that circulation come through. Not everybody is okay with taking. So if you're feeling like you want to give something, go where you're received with open arms. Find that balance wherever it is. All right. I love you guys so much. I hope this was helpful for you, and I'll see you soon, Cancer. Bye.